Oh, and speaking of Van Damme and Tom, guess who was the in that? And I mentioned that fan cast for Spider-Man. Guess who was the choice for Mary Jane?
Who?
Mia Sarah.
Really?
Yeah.
I
can see it.
That. I can see that.
I can see it.
Mia Sarah, yeah.
Yeah, she's fine looking, you know. I can see she's better looking than Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, she's mostly known. Don't forget, she's mostly known for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Yeah.
Yeah, if you see her in that movie, she kind of looks like she got this sassy personality that Mary Jane.
She does. She's actually married to Sean Connery's son, Jason Connery.
At first, when you said Sean Connery, I was like, whoa. Because, you know, married to Sean Connery.
Yeah, she's married to his son.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I also thought of Brandon Lee as Spider-Man too. I could see he would have been a great Spider-Man as well.
Yes, he would have been, because he has the full personality, and also the emotional too. Because Spider-Man's supposed to be crafty.
Yeah. And you can see a little bit of that in The Crow and Rapid Fire and Showdown in Little Tokyo with the wisecracking, how he was teasing the bad guys and everything.
Yeah. I have to watch that one. I haven't seen that one in like decades.
Parker isn't really a specific race, you know. Isn't really a specific race, you know. And Brandon Lee, he's half Asian. He looks very white, very Caucasian looking.
Yeah. When you look at Brandon Lee, you don't think of race. He's just a guy. You don't think of when you look at Brandon Lee, you don't think what race he is. He just looks like a guy.
He's got presence, you know.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, he has the presence.
And I believe that. I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're about to say, Gabo? I'm sorry.
On BB, it's rumored that Brandon Lee was actually up for Johnny Depp in Mortal Kombat.
I remember hearing about that. He would have been perfect as that as well. Yeah. And I believe that maybe I think he was supposed to be cast in the Double Dragon movie with Mark Dacascos, but I think he died at the time. Because Mark Dacascos actually went out to do the Crow TV series.
And to be honest, he would have been a better choice for Billy Lee than fucking Scott Wolf in that movie.
Oh shit.
I think another video game movie he would have been good for is probably Street Fighters.
Yes, and I think Dolph Lundgren should have played Guile than Van Damme.
Yeah, Van Damme's guy. Who do you think Brandon Lee would have been? Ryu or Ken?
I think he would have been Ryu. I can see him as Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu. Yeah. Because he definitely has the look of the way Ryu. In Japan, it's like Ryu, but the movie kind of pronounce it like Ryu.
Yeah, exactly. I could definitely see him as Ryu and Spider-Man, and I remember I think either Rambo Rap or OCP, they did like a fan trailer of they took the Showdown in Little Tokyo and made it look like what this was the Double Dragon movie.
Double Dragon.
That would have been excellent.
Remember that
I love
movie?
Double Dragon. I remember the game, but I don't give a shit about the movie.
The games were awesome.
That movie could have been so awesome, but Yeah, but the movie was straight up garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember there was a Double Dragon cartoon, and they had action figures for it.
Yeah, I think that movie was kind of more like a cartoon if you think about it, because it had the whole fantasy going on.
And the Shadow Dragon.
Entertainment.
And the Shadow Dragon character.
Yes.
I like the version for Super Nintendo.
Think about it in a way, but
And the original. Those ones are.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, the NES version and the Super NES version were like, wow.
Yeah. Super Double Dragon.
Yeah.
There's an app. There's actually an app that you can. I have on my tablet right here. There's an app that you go there and they have some game apps for Double Dragon, the Double Dragon trilogy, where they have all the 3 games, and they have like a new updated version of the game for your tablet. And also, there's this very cool app there where you can find an emulator for the first Nintendo system, and you can go to this website called coolrom.com, and you can find the games there. And one of the games I found was Double Dragon. I also got Contra, I got Popeye, I got Dr. Mario.
I know Super Nintendo emulator in an arcade one too, and I've got a Street Fighter and Little Combat emulators.
There's a lot of emulators for the tablet for the mobile device. They got one for the Nintendo 64. They got one for Super Nintendo. They got stuff for. They got a lot of apps for everything.
Yeah, I just got an iPad, so I got a
Sega Genesis as well, right?
Oh yeah, they got one. And you know that this do you know they have that new Atari system I have, where they brought the original Atari system back, but the games are downloaded inside it. I have that one. They got one for Sega Genesis as well.
Yes. They need to make one for Super Nintendo and the NES.
I believe they will, because they know how popular those consoles were. So it won't surprise me if they make one for those two. By bringing back the old school, baby.
Remember Battletoads and Double Dragon?
Yeah.
Oh.
Battletoads and Double Dragon, yeah.
Like I said, I love
Battletoads.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They made Battletoads into a movie. Imagine if they made Battletoads into a movie.
Oh.
I just hope they don't make it as shitty. I just hope they don't make it as shitty as Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. But if it was made back in like the 90s or the 80s, they would have made it like the old school Ninja Turtles movie.
Yeah.
Like the suits.
Yeah. That would have been wicked. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But I can see them bringing back the game for new consoles. I can see that.
Video games, you know about the abundance of video game movies and adaptations that have announced over the past few months. Like, for example, Sega is actually thinking of making their own video games into movies and shows, like how Marvel's been doing.
Oh, wicked.
That's good. That's a good idea, because they're doing their own things. They're relying on those studios, always fucking them over, like Sony did.
Yeah.
I can see Nintendo. I can see Nintendo doing that as well.
Yeah, and speaking of Nintendo, they're actually Net is actually thinking of doing a Legend of Zelda series.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. That's gonna be wicked. That's gonna be really cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I remember they did a game on the movie Willow. It kind of was inspired by Zelda, because you had to go into this long adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I love Willow. That's a good movie. I prefer that to Lord of the Rings. I heard I heard there was, after the movie came out, there was a series of books. And I heard they wanted to do a sequel to it. And I remember listening to the audio commentary of Willow with Warwick Davis, and he said and he was asked would there be a sequel. And he said he would love to do it because he said there was a book series based off that movie. So I'd love to see that.
Yeah. I'm scrapping out.
I don't know if Val Kilmer's going to come back.
This is going to be really what the fuckish, but they're thinking of making a Tetris movie.
Yeah, I heard about that one too.
How are they going to do that? How are they going to do that?
You know what's even more fucked up? The guys who are making the Tetris movie is this company called What Entertainment. That name sounds familiar, right? PRESHOW Entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
What's it called again?
The company that's making Tetris is Threshold Entertainment.
Threshold. Oh. What do they do? That does sound familiar.
It does.
You know who those guys are, right?
It does sound familiar.
That movies.
Oh, God. But I do remember playing the game Tetris World for the first Xbox system, and there was actually a storyline about how the Tetris blocks were an alien race trying to save their planet by connecting each other. So maybe they're going to go with that storyline, Tetris World, I think. Because the Tetris blocks were like this alien race that was trying to save their planet by connecting with each other. I think that's the story they're trying to go with.
They're like xenomorphs.
Yeah.
Seriously. But seriously, a Tetris movie?
They gotta have the song in it.
You know.
They gotta have that. They got it.
And what other video game movies are they thinking of making? Oh, they're thinking of making. They recently announced that they're casting the Warcraft, Assassin's Creed movie. Although they actually are making World of Warcraft.
Yeah. Wasn't Rami attached to that?
Of course, I heard they're going to do another Mario Brothers movie.
Yeah.
Mario Brothers, yeah. And they're making the Street. They're also continuing the Street series that I told you about.
Street Fighter, right?
Yeah, Street Fighter. They're thinking of continuing that series.